honestly, I really loved it a lot just because I feel like that let us like really be able to dig down in there and like really just continue like the conversation versus like when you're in a big group, sometimes, you know, the conversation might change gears before it gets back to you and stuff. And I feel like every time I do living room conversation, but like today especially, I felt like I was really able to like make some new discoveries and like develop new insights. And that's like why I really love to take part in these conversations.
And so there was a call to just connect with women, to say, sis, how you doing? And then as we got together to collectively bring in the call from within, the deeper call of the soul, the deeper call of our lineage, the deeper call that's that feels like space opened up for us to be able to gather together and pull in something that we haven't been able to pull in before. So for me personally, I wanted to just first and foremost just give women, Black women, an opportunity, a safe space where we didn't have to be anything but what we beautifully are. Yes. To share our feelings.
I was so grateful and honestly a little surprised, but not really, about how much I learned. And like, that's the thing that I appreciate most about these conversations. A reminder that like, the learning is never going to stop, and it's never, you know, and this is such a good tool to use even outside of school when discussing these issues, because you really do learn so much.
But I think the thing I learned, you know, just from these conversations in general, is just like how to listen and how to take in information and how to just learn from different people in different walks of life. We don't see that enough right now, and I think there's the conversation and the listening is missing. So being able to be a part of this was so helpful. I really just enjoy the whole atmosphere that this class brings, and just being open and being so able to be like free and just speak my mind without feeling like any pressure, any type of negativity coming from it.
And in our preparation, it was really clear from the work that Amiri does and the work that I do, that men in general are holding things in. And it was an amazing opportunity for men who did not know each other. A couple of did, but by and large, the men that came together were unfamiliar with each other, but they set down the necessity for familiarity, and they allowed their heart to be available. They shared some of their fears, they shared some of their doubts, they shared some of their struggles, and they were also interested and able to communicate their interest in doing something about what they were feeling, rather than just compartmentalize it, rather than just sweeping it under the rug, rather than just flexing and putting it into that energy. The men that showed up for themselves, and then as the time moved on, they showed up for each other, and that was powerful.
I think it was good to have this as like a sense of, I just guess, of relief of being able to speak your mind, and speak your mind without worry about what someone will think. I guess like I like that. I feel like most of the people, if not everyone in this class, is very like-minded. If they don't really agree with you, at least they're open-minded, which I'm glad to see that.
And I also have had like a history of social anxiety, and so this has been super beneficial in like voicing my my thoughts and opinions in like an honest environment where no one was trying to throw stones or anything, because we're all just learning from different perspectives. And so I thought this was great.
Even though the conversation wasn't about action, but they look for what can we do next. And I think that's important, because what you see, something happens, everyone's caught up in the momentum of the moment, but they don't want to transfer that into long-lasting type of action-oriented plan. And that conversation started to pick up. So I was very pleased. I was gratefully humbled to be a part of the process. And I'm looking forward to doing more work. It was important. You know, I didn't mind doing it. I think it needed to be done. I didn't want to stop talking myself. So